It is Tuesday, May 5th, 2026, and we're still living in a post-New Day WWE, coming off the heels of the massive news that went down on Saturday's True Hill Heat flagship podcast. But we are back to talk some Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw taking place last night from Omaha, Nebraska. The go-home show ahead of this Saturday's WWE Backlash 2026. We're going to be talking about that, but we'll be talking a lot about the New Day leaving WWE as news has come out and trickled out in regards to WWE not only asking the New Day to take a potential pay cut or restructuring of their contract, but other WWE superstars, numerous WWE superstars being asked to take pay cuts by WWE and TKO in this new regime of the company. We'll be talking a lot in depth about that with the fallout from the New Day leaving WWE, as well as who took the pay cut, because someone took a 50% pay cut, a majorly pushed talent. We'll be talking about that with Top Guy JJ today, as well as Jacob Fatu once again laying out his tribal chief as he gets the one up on Roman Reigns ahead of their showdown for the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash. So Ruca has officially signed with Monday Night Raw and gets the better of Becky Lynch, calling her a big-headed female dog. We'll also talk about Bron Breakker laying out and beating down Seth Rollins over and over again on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. It's Rated Raw Review, your Tuesday afternoon delight. Let's get to it.
Hello, this is RJ City, and I am ethically opposed to any more wrestling podcasts. I don't know why you guys are talking about wrestling. It is a niche product. It is a very small industry. Yet, at this point, there's more wrestling podcasts than there are wrestlers. There is something wrong with society as a whole, but as you get smaller and smaller into wrestling, and then the wrestling podcast sphere, it gets even worse. And one such example, if I may turn on the microscope and look at the drudgery that happens to be True Heel Heat. SP3, Sid, this is your fault.
Hello everyone, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley wishing a nice day to everyone there, right there at True Heel Heat. Yeah!
Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube and Facebook for Rated Raw Review number 118. Here comes the soul. Breaking down last night's May 4th, 2026 edition of Monday Night Raw as only we can. And of course, to do that, I am joined by my esteemed colleague. He is your resident candle maker, your resident candle collector extraordinaire, and of course, hookah enthusiast himself, the one and only Top Guy JJ. Top Guy, welcome back. Good to see you, good brother. It's been a week now. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's been a week.
It's been a week.
Jesus Christ. Long ass weekend. Thought we was going to get blessed with a fantastic show, at least to cap off this, my version of a Friday. And then they tried a little too hard. And we're faced with mediocrity yet once again. Botch fest, just untrained eyes. This is just it's disappointing, honestly, because I had a lot of materials to be a really good show, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, it's like the stuff that you wanted to deliver just didn't quite hit the peak that it needed to. There was stuff on the show that was good, but nothing that was great. And yeah, as far as like being a go-home show, it just was at best fine, at worst kind of boring.
I mean, to be fair, we did get 2 good weeks in a row.
This is true.
So they were due to kind of go back to their whatever episodes.
Yeah.
Even
those 2 good weeks. Even those 2 good weeks. I know you went 8 on the Raw after WrestleMania, but I only went like 7.5, and then we got 7. I gave it a 7 last week. We just been. We hit a high at 7.5. 7.5 should not be the high.
Yeah, that's like crypto taking his big ass spike, and then it just goes back down to mediocrity. I had you fooled. Ain't worth that much, pal.
Yeah, but they get some people, just not us. But yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on this video. You can also share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. You can also sound off in the comments down below. Let us know what you thought about this week's Monday Night Raw. And if you're also watching us on demand, another way you can help us out, hit the hype button, hype this video. Let us hit the top 1,000 here on YouTube and show them that we are one of the best WWE Monday Night Raw reviews in the land. And of course, if you're with us live, be a part of the show by sounding off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you, hear your thoughts on last night's show. And of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to make sure your comment is highlighted on screen, you could do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support, like our good brother Dion, who is a member of the channel for the past year, 12 months. Happy anniversary, Dion, and thank you for all the support that you give us here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. $1 a month. Hit the join button and become a member like Dion, and he sends us also a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Dion, for the support. He says in 2025, TKO executives all got fat pay bumps. Rock made $9 million off of just being The Rock. Yet you're asking talent to take pay cuts. That's WWE telling them to their faces they don't value them. And I think that's the perfect segue for the main topic that I put in the headline, because I was like, it's still prevalent. It's still the main topic going on, regardless of anything that happened on last night's show. And like we kind of established in our opening here, nothing on the show was like as noteworthy as the big news from the weekend. And we're still getting more and more information coming out. But we broke the news when it happened, the news of the New Day leaving WWE, but more information has come out since then. It was, I believe, PW Insider and Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer newsletter basically reported that WWE had asked the New Day to restructure their new deals that they signed with the company last year.
These niggas just signed.
When they asked them to restructure, they did not want to do that. They wanted to just go by the agreement that they made last year, and that's how we came to the conclusion of the New Day and WWE having a mutual departure, a mutual release from their contracts, and they let them go. Since then, there's been various reports. You had PW Insider and Wrestling Observer also reporting that it wasn't just the New Day that were asked to restructure. In one case, this was reported by Dave Meltzer, that one majorly pushed talent. I think this was PW Insider, then Dave Meltzer had a follow-up, but PW Insider reported that one majorly pushed talent. So one majorly pushed talent was asked to have a 50% pay cut, which they agreed to. And Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter said that this wasn't one of the tippy top people. Because it wasn't one of the top guys or top stars in the company. So it was a majorly pushed person who's not at the tippy top. What do you think about first of all, your reaction to the New Day leaving WWE, and then this whole pay cut restructuring drama that's going on within WWE right now?
Well, first and foremost, congratulations to the New Day, because y'all did not play yourselves. Y'all did not play yourselves and fall to the demands of people that don't care about you. And they are old enough, wise enough, smart enough, and have enough wisdom in their fucking brain cells to know that this is truly a place that does not value people. They only value dollars. So clearly, to a duo that has been together longer than any standing faction team pairing in the history of pro wrestling, they knew what they were worth. And they said, I'm Gucci, homie. We good. We signed contracts in 2025. It's a year ago. And y'all want us to double back and basically give y'all money back. Nah, it's not how this works, bro. That's not how this works. That's not how any actual standard business works, bro. And once you get approached with a question like that, you should know they don't value you. And they knew that they weren't valued. And they said, you know what? This is going to be a scenario where the grass is going to be very green on the other side. Because the freedom that Austin Creed and Kofi, whatever he's going to call himself.
Oh, he's big enough to just be one name. His real name is Kofi.
Exactly. That's why I said Kofi. You can't take away Kofi's government name. So wherever they're going to be, they are going to be more than fine. They are going to create more buzz than what should have happened during that fucking heel turn that they fumbled bigger than anything over the past 2 decades. And I am very happy for the New Day. Because they are the epitome of people that is given the ultimate shit and turned it into fucking salad, chicken, pizza, gold, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They gave these niggas a moniker to go out there and say New Day rocks. To three black folks, you're gonna go out there and say New Day rocks. Really? But you know, what the fuck they did with that shit?
You're forgetting the original whole gimmick. It was a preaching gimmick. They came up with New Day rocks, and they made it into heel act.
They literally had. Well, they were supposed to be good guys.
Yeah,
they were supposed to be good guys coming out to power positivity and coming out to the choir music, because you know they had the fucking church, they had the fucking choir of Titantron. It was so bad. It was so bad that people didn't even want to see them. And they turned that shit into one of the most over and fucking popular, colorful, and vibrant things of all fucking time. Like, fucking Xavier Woods fucking turned a fucking saxophone into one of the most fucking popular fucking objects ever. You have fucking, they made fucking unicorns super popular in modern television again. Like, they made cartoons pop again. They made people want to fucking invest and get contracts into cereal. Like the things that these cats have done is company shifting. And they know the value that they carry. They know the value that they carry. And yes, will shit hit that hot again with something new? We can't say yes, we can't say no. Because ain't none of that other bullshit was supposed to work. None of that other shit was supposed to work. They were supposed to be an outcast to get fired. They literally were set up to get fired. And they turned that shit into undeniable success.
Yeah.
And arguably the greatest tag team in professional wrestling history. You can argue with it. It's your flavor. If you don't prefer them, that's fine. But they are in the conversation. And you can't deny it. And they all have their own unique and organic and beautiful fucking stories. Like, my God, like the force-fed nature of having to do Kofi Mania when you did not want to do Kofi Mania. Like, when the biggest blessing was for Mustafa Ali to get injured, and then Kofi Kingston gets inserted into this match and has the gauntlet performance of his life. Of his life. Like, I believe in my soul that when Vince McMahon was on television not wanting this to happen, I believe that was his real energy. He saw Kofi Kingston and did not see a star. Did not see a champion. Did not see somebody that could take this company and take it to places and be in a prevalent spot at WrestleMania. And just it's the beauty of all of that. And it happened to be against the other motherfucker that they wanted nothing to do with. It happened to be against the other rebel that the company and the powers that be wanted nothing to do with, and Daniel Bryan. And then Xavier Woods goes on his own run and becomes king of the ring, and he fucking, even though that shit sucked, he lived that motherfucker up. But it's like they fed nothing. These two dudes and these three, including Big E, These cats were the only person that was literally like fed anything was Big E. Big E was given a little bit of the machine. The other two, nah, y'all supposed to get fired, homie. Y'all supposed to have gotten fired. So the fact that they understood their value when it came time to, oh, give me 50% of your money back, 50%. So y'all didn't even ask for 10%, 15. Y'all just went straight to 50. Y'all just went straight to 6 months of my salary. Fuck, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Like we no hard feelings. I know it's a business, but I'm gonna go my way. You deal with business on your own. And shame on the motherfucking top talent, whoever the fuck you are. I pray to the Lord that it wasn't somebody like Bron Breakker that accepted this motherfucking pay cut, because all they needed was one motherfucker to accept it.
Yeah.
All they needed was one big fish, and to say, if this guy can do it, you can as well. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable.
It really adversely affects the other superstars' ability to negotiate. Like, you are hurting their negotiation power, and you're giving TKO and WWE the leverage in future negotiation. And you're not only hurting other people, you're hurting yourself, because the next time that you're available, now they can ask you to take the same amount, if not lesser than you're really supposed to be. Already wrestlers don't make enough money to ask for a 50% pay cut. Like, the big thing is it's WWE and TKO. It's they deserve all the blame for this. We got in the chat here, I think someone was asking us this. Alan Banky, one of the members of the channel, he says, who do y'all blame for the pay cuts, WWE or TKO? It looks like that is the reason the New Day left. It's definitely WWE and TKO, because TKO is the one that needs to basically make back, Endeavor needs to make back the money that they spent on WWE and UFC to make this merger, and they're already in debt. So it doesn't matter if they're making billions of dollars like they did in the first quarter of this year. They're going to report financials tomorrow, and they probably made another billion in this quarter as well. So you're making well over $2 billion to start off the year, and you're releasing 24 wrestlers and then asking others to restructure their contract or 50% pay cut, whichever one it is. But it's TKO first, but then it's WWE, because like you said, the whole new day, because the whole thing is they're only asking to restructure your contract or have pay cuts if you are getting paid a certain amount and they're not using you to that level. It's basically how much you're making versus how much money the company can make off of you, how much they're going to make off of your merchandise sales, how much are they going to use you, how over you are with the audience, what type of stories are you, like an upper mid-card guy, a main event guy, a mid-card stable guy that we have underneath. Where are we using you? How much are we going to use you? And what are we using you for? That's all the things that they think of before they're asking you to have a pay cut or to restructure your deal. And for the New Day, it all stems back to the follow-up and the fumble by Triple H in how he booked them after that amazing heel turn that they had at the end of 2024. And the fact that you are asking people to restructure their deals that they just signed last year, asking other people to take pay cuts, 50% pay cuts in the case of this report about the Major League Push talent. You're only doing that, and you're doing that at the same time that you're announcing that Triple H just got a pay raise. He got a new deal and a pay raise when he's coming off inarguably, objectively, in my eyes, the worst creative year of his runs in NXT as the head booker or in his run on the main roster. 2025 was not a good year creatively. He had a whole bunch of stars coming out of 2024 that were over to a certain level, that were coming off of big angles, and he found a way to diminish all of their momentum for most of them, for the most part. Even someone like Cody, that he's a big fan of, Cody is not as over right now than he was at the beginning of 2025. So this is all on Triple H. And this is the other thing, like, we love to compare it to sports and everything, but In the NFL, in the NBA, you get paid a contract and it's up to you to perform up to that contract. It's up to you to perform and score a certain amount of points and hit different credentials. With professional wrestling, it all depends on how you're booked. It doesn't depend how great of matches you're having, how great of promos you're having, how great of a character you have. It all depends on how you're being booked. So it all falls back on Triple H.
You know what? So when the company sees diminishing numbers or diminishing results from talent, especially in this predetermined created world that we're in, do we not remember when the New Day was pushed as the number one tag team in the company? They had the number one selling shirts.
Yeah,
they were
New
fucking
Day.
They were fucking selling unicorn head. They were fucking selling every fucking little piece of thing. And how many fucking kids was wearing that shit?
It's really because between the New Day and the Hardys of like the two biggest drawing tag teams in WWE history.
Man, so if they stopped selling shirts, is because they stopped pushing them. If they went on, they could have easily have gone on the fucking greatest tag team championship heel run in modern time. If they would have just, not put them on for ad breaks for about 7-8 weeks in a row to say the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, and they don't see color when it comes to this part because they fuck Gunther the same way. Oh, they fuck Gunther the same way. It's just Gunther still works there. So, like, they make these decisions and determine their roles and then tell them they're not delivering in the determined role. But the decision or the option to give them to do something different is not up to the New Day. It's not up to those cats. So they don't get the input to say, hey, maybe we should do this instead of having us grieve over a fucking tag team bullshit championship loss for 6 to 7 months. And then randomly out of nowhere, just decide to say, hey, we're going to throw Grayson Waller with you guys. But they're not performing. They're not living up to the contracts that was given to them. Nigga, y'all had fucking Xavier Woods come out in a fucking hat, a fucking witch hat that was like the length of a football field. And y'all okayed that. And wouldn't think that what they're coming out to look like is an absolute joke. These niggas were wearing sheer black outfits. Like, y'all intentionally tried to kill these cats. And they said they had a breaking point. And it was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna collect this check. And it's kind of like I'm just gonna collect this check. And TKO was like, maybe you shouldn't collect this check. and maybe we should take back half that check. Oh, so I don't have say-so on where I'm at. I don't have say-so on what I do. I don't have say-so on who I'm partnered with. And you want to take my money? Yeah, nah, I'm good. I could find work elsewhere, bro. I could do my own thing in other places.
This is crazy. And Ingo, if you don't want to hear someone tear down Papa H, I suggest you just get off of this stream, bro, because he is to blame. Like, I'm sorry if this crushes your fandom and the slop that you wanna eat from him, but Triple H is 100% right. Fans just rant and complaining. There's stuff to complain about. That's why people complain, sir. We're using our voices.
Oh, apparently. So I can only, if we had a dollar for every time that we've been told that we get checks from AEW to rant on the WWE, bro, like, yo, we wouldn't.
Tony Khan really paid you guys to be negative about WWE.
I promise you this. We wouldn't be on StreamYard, cuz, if we were getting that kind of check from Tony Khan.
Exactly.
Like
watch our AEW review where me and Jimmy Macaram tear down AEW and what's wrong with AEW if you want to hear that. But if you come in here for us to say something good about Triple H after what's been going on with this news and everything going on with the pay cuts and what happened with the New Day, it's not going to happen. We are real. We are real to a fault. So unfortunately, if that means that we lose you as a viewer, so be it. We're not going to lie to you.
And I'm also, on if you're going to head out on your way out, I'm just going to, hopefully give you a little bit of a word of advice. Just read your rooms, understand what company, if you work for a company, or you just might work from home, which is a company you work for, or you might just stream video games and just, be your own boss and make your own money. If you stream your video games and your videos and you make money that way, great. But at the end of the day, you still have to capitulate to either Twitch, YouTube, or somebody's rules and regulations, or your channel will get clipped. So either way, there's a boss somewhere. So when you see your bosses start to hack and slash people's jobs and lives for something that they were literally given, and most of them were given nothing, and then they get released for their nothings, we're supposed to just be like, oh yeah, the people deserve that. Those people deserve that. Like, at the end of the day, we need to understand and realize that this is a predetermined business. So I will never use the term fake, but this is a predetermined business. So they choose who they put in the limelight, and your character, your aura, your presence, and how you deliver that. It's 1 out of 100. That's going to be a fucking superstar. It's going to be 1 out of 10,000. That's going to be a transcendent talent. Like, it's like the expectation of a company is that everybody's got to go out there and be Oba Femi and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And that's just, you happen to get Roman Reigns right. You happen to get Oba Femi right. So, okay, y'all, so you think you guys made good decisions now. So they made the good decisions. But the other 8 to 10,000 fuck ups and failures, it's on the talent. So y'all niggas got like a 0.05% success rate at creating stars, and y'all niggas batting at 99.5% at unsuccessful. Maybe you should reevaluate yourselves. Maybe you should reevaluate who you're following and who you're supporting. Because if you're following and you are fucking butt hugging and fucking munching on fucking the ass, the shit that comes out of their ass and fucking loving it, you don't have a backbone. You need to fucking grow one. Because if you're just going to see everything fumble and fall around you, and then it's everyone else's fault, but not the people that has the fucking logo, the brand, the money, the finances, and the structure to fucking save it, you might need to think about your own fucking brain cells.
I really wish, Carlos. I wish I could tell you how much Tony Khan would pay. I wish he would pay us to talk bad about WWE. I don't feel good talking bad about WWE on this. I don't. When they did the whole Pat McAfee stuff, that's just fun to crap on that type of stuff. But this type of stuff, these are people's real lives. This is people's real lives. These are people that Kofi Kingston is one of the, I said this on Saturday, I'll say it again. He's one of the greatest mid-card wrestlers, utility players in WWE history. He played every single role for this company. I still remember when his vignette started, the Jamaican Me Crazy and all of that, when he was on ECW feuding with Shelton Benjamin. I remember when he got called up to the main roster and defeated Chris Jericho in his first match on Monday Night Raw and defeated him for the Intercontinental Championship. I remember the feuds with the Dolph Zigglers of the world and the Miz. I remember his U.S. title runs. I remember him against Jack Swagger, him against Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre beat him for his first Intercontinental Championship. I remember the winter of 2009 when he finally got a main event level push and started feuding with Randy Orton. The boom drop in Madison Square Garden, beating Punk and Orton in a minute in back-to-back at the Survivor Series of that year. I remember when they chanted his name when Jesse the Body Ventura the next night on Raw said we're going to do a battle royal to determine the number one contender for the WWE Championship with guys who's never won the world title, and they chanted for Kofi, and they didn't even pull the trigger on it. I remember Randy Orton calling him stupid when he messed up on the RKO, and then that ruined his push. I remember when the New Day first got together, when it was really, you said, Big E got something. Big E was about to get fired too. Big E and Xavier were on the cuffs of being fired, but they gave them a chance to put that whole crew together. I remember the vignettes when they were in the church getting New Day ready. I remember being at SummerSlam 2015 with this guy over here and chanting for the New Day and being so hyped for the New Day and realizing that it wasn't just us who love heels that love the New Day. Everybody was loving the New Day and the dancing and the trombone and everything, and that really started their rise up the company. I remember them coming out of a cereal box at WrestleMania 32. I remember Kofi Mania. I remember the rivalry with the Usos and the Hell in a Cell matchup. I've been here and I've seen Kofi Kingston the entire 20-year run in WWE. I don't like talking about WWE doing something wrong to these guys specifically. The Kofi Kingston especially has been a representation of people that look like me that are able to have a dream of being a professional wrestler and fulfilling it and being in a company and being a mainstay. He should have been a WWE lifer. Xavier Woods was never supposed to be successful. I remember when he first got it started in TNA as Consequences Creed, teaming up with R-Truth, being a part of the Pac-Man Jones storyline and being tag team champions. I remember all of that and him coming to WWE with Somebody Call My Mama, Somebody Call My Mama, and being on the cusp of being fired before he got with the New Day. I remember when he won King of the Ring, I watched The Party with him, Cesaro, and Adam Cole and Tyler Breeze. I remember the Battle of the Brands with him and Tyler Breeze playing My GM, and I thought I was the only Mark who loved GM mode in WWE video games until I saw them to play in the old school games. Like, I appreciate what these guys have offered. I appreciate all these moments and the memories that they left us with, but they should have been treated better by this company because of that.
And the amount of people that this trio has affected and still affects to this day is absolutely fucking remarkable. Like, these are three cats, like, obviously, and I said the Big E thing because Big E is literally exactly what the WWE wants, is a giant, big, muscular guy that can move, that's got a voice, and it's a little bit easier to put the machine behind him, which was the precipice of him getting Money in the Bank and the push to him becoming world heavyweight, the WWE champion. Kofi's not supposed to be successful. Austin Creed is not supposed to be successful. They took whatever the fuck that they were given and they fucking hit grand slams with it year in, year out, night in, night out. These niggas created a video game channel that wasn't supposed to work. Like, none of this is supposed to work, y'all. Like, this was before, like, they have been on up, down, down before you got all your favorite. They were your streamers, OGs, before your now watched favorite streamers. So they were the iShow Speeds and Kai Cenats before the iShow Speeds and Kai Cenats. But they just have never, for some reason, seemed to just get appreciated on a consistent basis for everybody that they've touched. Like, for everybody that they've influenced by being just normal ass things, like normal people, normal beings. Like, I swear to God, like, one of my favorite things ever was watching fucking the tournament on Up Up Down Down, where I think it was Becky Lynch and AJ Styles was a part of it, and AJ Styles had one of the most epic crash outs from getting his ass beat in the tournament of all time. Like, this man broke the controller damn near, flipped the tape. Like, it was one of the funniest things I have ever seen, because AJ Styles is always this cool, calm, collected, just right. But this motherfucker crashed out, because he got his ass beat in a tournament, and I think it was either by Becky Lynch or Bayley. I forget who it was, but he lost to a girl in the tournament, and he crashed out. He was so pissed, bruh. Like, it was, and it's little shit like that most people don't even fucking know that shit exists. But if you search up down AJ Styles crash out, oh, you're gonna see it. It'll be the first video that pops up. And just the different avenues of shit that these cats have done. They tried everything, and everything wasn't a success. But they've tried literally just about everything. And that's why I no matter what, like, why we were so fucking hurt with this stupid fucking fumble of theirs when they fucking turned heels. And there's a reason we reacted the way we did, because it was like, this shit could be epic. And they turned it into the biggest blunder of possibly all time. And it wasn't their fault. Like, and it's like, you are going to send them out there to say the same rhetoric over and over and over and over again. And then you align them with somebody that has nothing to do with anything that has ever happened in the history of their fucking programming, but then blame them and then want them to take less money for all of your decisions. But it's us that is hard on the WWE pause for calling them out on it. Like, y'all got it, and I know it's literally like 98% of the chat. I'm not talking about the 98% of you guys in there, because I already know most of y'all are just realists.
It's comments like this that
1 to 2% of you dumb motherfuckers that just don't get the concept of just observing reality for what the fuck it is. Like, the WWE is not the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, the MLB, the UFC, golf. It's not any of those, because you have the chance to outperform or show that you are not worth your contracts. When you are given 2 minutes on an ad break, when you are given 3 minutes in a fucking piss break match with a fucking nobody bum with a shit crap finish that no one cares or remembers of, or questions like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything that they've done over the past X amount of months or years? It's on them. It's on them. And they should suffer for literally a decision or decisions that has been given to all of these people. So it's not bad enough that they cut 25 people. It's not bad enough that they got one top talent to take a 50% pay cut. It's now they're going round tables, and I hope to God that little shit that's going around with Roman Reigns and hopefully them not having some like contract.
No, that's been reported as a clerical error. I
didn't buy too much into that, because I was like, this sounds like I don't believe one, because like it's like these motherfuckers fucking they kiss the feet that this man fucking takes steps on. So like, this man works whenever he wants, and he's earned that. So there's no comparison here. We're not comparing anybody to Roman Reigns. But the other people that's not Roman Reigns, if you guys aren't Roman Reigns, then we take half your money. Yo, Yo, man. For the ones that's thinking that the WWE has any right in this as a multi-billion-dollar fucking conglomerate industry, y'all need to go outside and touch some grass. Y'all need to go outside and fucking take a walk and feel the sun. Like, y'all need to walk outside when God provides us rain so you can feel what nature feels like. Like, you need to fucking ingratiate yourself with the planet called Earth.
Yeah, I agree. We got super chat donation here from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berry, for the huge super chat donation. We appreciate the support. Thank you so much to everybody else sending those super chat donations. He says, "Sup SP3 and Top Guy JJ in chat. Happy Cinco de Mayo, y'all. Think I'm gonna watch this review and throw myself in some tequila after last night sports struggles at MSG, SMH. You guys got any friendly bets on Lakers versus Thunder? Yes, Lakers versus Thunder, aka the In the Weeds, aka the Rated Raw review series of the playoffs. I mean, I think that the Thunder are the favorite, obviously, for obvious reasons. But hey, never deny LeBron James after what he did in the first round.
Well, LeBron James is not playing a fucking hapless fucking Houston Rockets team that has no experience.
Also true.
And playing against a Kevin Durant that is clearly afraid to fucking play and lose in the first round, which he just completely just said, my knee hurts, so I'm not playing no more. So, yeah, we good on that. I would have loved to wager or do something friendly with SP on this, but I don't feel completely right in this element because I wanted to have the Lakers and OKC match with Luca, AR, LeBron, full cast on full cast. Like, they just went to a 7-game series with the Houston Rockets.
6 games.
6 games. Whatever the fuck it was. That shit felt like 7.
It was 6. It didn't feel like 7. It was 6. We should have lost that series.
The Lakers. I'm not gonna lie. I do want the Lakers to win a game in this series. I want them to win a game in this series. I want us to feel like tested, because playing against Phoenix was an absolute fucking joke. Like that was like, we averaged beating them by 20 a night. That was child's play. Like, that was child's play. At least we get to play some grown men in this series. Like, we at least get to play some ballers. Like, we get to play fucking LeBron James, Austin Reeves, DeAndre Ayton. Like, we get to play some actual basketball players, because I don't know who the fuck they were on Phoenix besides fucking Devin Booker and then that fucking cornball that decides he wants to stare at us every fucking pregame. Yeah, Dylan Brooks. It never worked. It never works. Every year you do the same shit and you go home. Like it never works, bruh. Like, the psychology, you're not good enough to play psychology on a team like OKC. You're not even good enough to play psychology on the Timberwolves or the Spurs. Like, stop it, bro. Like, ew. Like, dude, you went home in 4 games. And none of them were close. Like, literally none of them were close. But you want to play psychology. No, dude. Listen, Dylan Brooks is like that 1% of motherfucker that's in this chat right now that just thinks that they could do or say no wrong. Your philosophy doesn't work, nigga, and neither does the WWE's.
Speaking of which, we got a super chat donation here from Dion. Thank you so much, Dion, for the support. He says, this company is dying right before our eyes. And to the talent who took a pay cut, WWE is not the be-all, end-all, guys.
Dude, yo, the way these cats, the way that little selection of folks be acting, you would think that it's literally the only thing on this planet that we survive on is the world of world wrestling entertainment. Like you would genuinely think that there is nothing else happening besides the great godly fucking embodiment, the fucking holy grail of all things life is the WWE.
That's how some people act in the business and outside of it. Yes. We also got another super chat donation from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for the support. He says, I heard on the Wrestling Observer Radio that there are some wrestlers that did take pay cuts. I sincerely hope that Pamela was not one of them. SMH, of course, I never really know with Meltzer, LOL. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple of different names mentioned in regards to what people think is the people that took the pay cuts. I'll let y'all speculate in the chat if you want to mention who you think took it. There are some that I can understand. If you know that WWE is the only company that you can make this amount of money with, that is how you're getting paid. You've been comfortable with the company, you've been with it for a few years, you have a family, you're comfortable there, and regardless of taking a 50% cut, 15% cut, you are happy with your position in the company, and you have outside things that also the company benefits you in. I totally understand taking the pay cut and staying with the company. But if you are the type of wrestler that can make, if you know that you can make just as much, if not more, in another place elsewhere, and I'm saying elsewhere because I don't want to put just letters on it. Yes, in this wrestling business, the two companies that's going to pay you the most is WWE and AEW, but it's not impossible to make as much money as you're making in WWE outside of the company. Case in point, Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona made more money in the 5 years that he was on the independent scene than he did with the 10 years that he spent in his first run with WWE. So it's not impossible. You got to work very hard and be a go-getter and be a hustler and get yours to be able to do that, but it's not impossible. So that's why I say elsewhere you can make as much, if not more, than you are hurting the market, and you're adversely affecting your peers' ability to negotiate in the future, and you're hurting your value and your worth in the wrestling business by accepting a pay cut when there are other options out there for you. And you just don't want to, you have this sick loyalty to WWE for some reason when they ain't loyal to you, and the WWE that you were loyal to, it's pretty much dead.
Nigga, it just cost $1,000. $1,000 to take a picture with Roman Reigns. And you want to be loyal to these motherfuckers. $1,000 for a photo. Nigga. Like, are you dumb? like, they don't care about you. They don't care. Like, and I'm glad you preference what you said, because yes, you can make that money, but that work ethic gotta be astronomically higher, because you are your own booker, you're your own creator, you bring in your own ideas, you're bringing your own merchandise, and my God, you have your outlier of inspiration. If that is something that you aspire to be, look at the motherfucking phenomenal one, AJ Styles. When that motherfucker left TNA, that was the biggest motherfucking name in pro wrestling, bro. Like, every building he stepped in sold out. Every meet and greet, lines went round blocks. Like he had the most non-WWE merch I've ever seen. He was built different. So you might not hit those levels, but that's the motherfucker. If you're gonna be outside of this business and outside of those two companies, look at what the fuck his blueprint was. Because Jesus Christ, he was the man.
And they asked him to take a pay cut in TNA before he left. So yeah. It's out. There's examples. There's examples throughout history. We got another super chat donation, this time once again from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for all the support that you put in the chat today.
Hot today. Look at y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
He says, if Jesse Ventura would have been successful decades ago on bringing in unions for wrestlers, do you guys think that we would be in these terrible situations with companies like WWE? No, we would not. But you have people who are selfish, like Hulk Hogan, who stopped that, who snitched to Vince about that whole thing and didn't want to, because he was making the most money and he was worried about his check, which you have to have a level of selfishness in this business, but it has adversely hurt a lot of other wrestlers throughout history because of that.
And I just hope that what the New Day decided to do is create their own story and write their own fucking trajectory of where they're gonna go. I hope it's a wake-up call for those that is kind of on the fence and trying to decide what their value and what their worth is. They took a shot on themselves and said, I know what I'm worth, and I'm not that. Like, they should be an inspiration to a lot of people that is kind of, that knows what gifts they have, but they're not valued to the gifts that they know they carry.
And Davion, we will be doing this on the flagship podcast on Saturday. He says, what's y'all favorite New Day matches if we have time? We will be doing that probably during TikTok time on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. We also got Chuck Berries who says, yes, SP3, you've been shooting in the gym for Kofi for the longest, as we all, and I appreciate your passion, brother. Appreciate y'all in the chat, y'all that understand where we're coming from in all of this. I would just love to talk about just the show, but this is such a big topic that we had
Don't worry about it. The show's gonna be quick.
Yeah, I do know that. There wasn't much to it.
The show's gonna be quick.
TNC saying New Day versus Young Bucks at all AEW All In, book it TK. Selfishly, that was what we immediately started talking about on Saturday after the news drop. After the news drop, we were like, New Day and Young Bucks, New Day and Swerve versus the Elite, New Day versus FTR, New Day versus the Rascal.
Yeah. I'm put it like this. Like, I love what y'all did when y'all covered y'all fantasy booking on True Hill Heat. Like, I absolutely love it. And the buffet line is going to be wide open. Like, dog, I just want to see what they do. I just want to see it all just happen. Like, I just want to get hyped when these cats come face to face for the first time in more than a decade. I want to feel that, because I don't think people understand the magnitude and the significance of what these two cats are going to bring to wherever they go. These are going to be the biggest signings in a long time that has crossed over. And the fact is that these cats are not in their 50s. These cats are not going on a 1-year retirement tour trying to chase a bag. Like, they started really young. So they still have years left if they desire to stick around for this long. Or they just might have made more than enough money from where they worked and said, you know what, we only want to do a couple more years and just enjoy retirement.
Yeah,
but
they could go on the convention circuit and they could be done with wrestling if they wanted to. I think they've made enough money to be able to do that, and they know their worth. This was a principle thing more than anything. It wasn't about we know we're going to get hired by AEW or anything like that. It was more of, it's the principle. We just agreed to this, and y'all are asking us to restructure. Nah, we know our worth. We're good. We stand on what we believe in, and I appreciate them for that. And it says a lot. And it is kind of a stand that they're taking for not only themselves, but for the roster, hopefully. And thank you, TNC. Reminder to everybody, please don't forget, drop the thumbs up. That helps us out so much for the review here.
It's a healthy conversation too. So I think this definitely was one worth hitting that button and sharing just to get other people involved. Just, if you got weirdos as friends, just be careful, because if you got those people that got like Chucky as his profile picture or some shit. You already know it's coming from a weird place, bro. He's probably a virgin in his mom's basement or some shit. Like you already know. Like when you see weird, you should just expect weird.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. To leave it off on TNC says you got to stand for something, or you will fall for anything. And yes, that's kind of the message that Xavier and Kofi put in their farewell. We'll talk more about the farewell that they put out and everything else involving the WWE pay cuts this coming Saturday on the True Hill Heat flagship podcast. But let's get into Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, the May 4th, 2026 edition of Monday Night Raw took place from Omaha, Nebraska. For all we could say about the quality of the show, this crowd was great.
I completely agree. This was a really good crowd. Unfortunately, they got what they got. It's been an ongoing theme with them. Yeah, they had their little 2-week outlier. Then they had the show in Ireland. That was really good. But, other than that, hey, they're right back on cue. They're right on cue.
Then we saw Oba Femi and Chad Gable Americano, as well as the Creeds Americano, showing up under new masks. Soul Ruca, Ja'Von Evans, Penta were all arriving. The live crowd seemed very hot, giving big reactions to everyone they saw. And then we saw a big reaction for the World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns, who showed up at the top of the show, JJ.
That nigga came to work on time.
He was on time, and he had to sit through 2 hours of the show. Man, y'all are asking Roman Reigns for too much. He said, I got canceled off of these dates for June. I'm gonna show up early to work today. He shows up and he's on a mission. He quickly made his way to the gorilla position, and he wanted to do the damn thing right then, right there. But Adam Pearce tried to tell him something. Reigns wasn't listening until Pearce finally stopped him to tell him that Jacob Fatu wasn't there. Roman turned around and he found his old Shield brethren standing right behind him, Seth Rollins, who told Reigns that he was in his way. Roman moves out the way for Rollins to make his way through the curtains as he wanted to kick off the show to address his Backlash matchup against Bron Breakker. As Rollins was making his way down the entranceway, we had his opponent from Backlash, Bron Breakker, come from behind and attack him. He beats him down, ground and pound. Look at how high this dude jumped to attack him from behind.
Bruh. Yo, come on, man. Yo, you know what? I got an issue with this picture right here, man. Yo, Bron, bro, what the fuck is on your feet, my G? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You are a fucking superstar, and you out here wearing fucking Jordan Trunners, like Team Jumpmans, bro. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now, bro? Like, I'm not feeling this whole no.
That's the swap meet. That's the swap meet Jordans.
Just for that, you deserve to lose on fucking Sunday now, bro. Like, or Saturday, whatever.
I mean, if you watch this show, I think you're not saying much. But yes, he beats him down. He picks him up. He press slams him over his head and drops him on the edge of the barricade, showing off his power. He's eventually swarmed by multiple officials to stop him. Bron Breakker then shoved them all aside. Some security guards came in as he continued his attack. Officials briefly stopped Bron from doing more. Seth got into the ring, but Bron would go past security as well as the officials, and he hits Seth with a huge spear in the ring. Better looking spear than the ones that Breakker hit at WrestleMania. The fans booed and barked and chanted one more time as the heel Bron Breakker stood over the babyface Seth Rollins. Way to go, WWE. Seth Rollins getting Cody Rhodes treatment as he gets the one more time chant. What did you think about this opening segment with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins having a brief interaction before Seth got his ass kicked by Breakker?
I mean, it was short and sweet. So that's what I really liked about it. Like it got straight to the point. We didn't need to hear a bullshit Seth Rollins pro. We didn't need to hear the visionary and revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins. Yay! We didn't need to hear all that bullshit. I'm glad that Bron Breakker came out and whipped his ass before he even fucking touched the fucking ring steps. So I just love that it was short, sweet, to the point. Get this shit over with. Get these motherfuckers out of my sight and fuck Seth Rollins up in the process. So, yeah, I had no problems with this segment whatsoever.
Yeah, I always prefer a hot open to the show, and this was it. And it showed up, and it kind of proved to be a show long narrative because we would get more from these guys throughout the night. But yeah, good start to the show here. And what did you think? Do you think that we're gonna finally get the matchup that was supposed to be the main event of this year's WrestleMania, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, before Roman drops the title?
You know what that means. You know what that would mean.
What would that mean?
That would mean Bron Breakker's losing on Saturday.
I mean, dude, not only did we, that's what I'm saying. Not only did we get this segment, we got another segment later in the night where he wants against the tall. Spoiler alert. He's
the YN a chance, bro.
Dude, I saw this last night and I immediately went to the True Hill Heat chat and I was like, yo, Bron's gonna lose on Saturday.
This is insanity, bro. It's insanity. Because I know, obviously, when we get this, like, bro, these niggas really did that. Yeah. Damn, bro. Yo, Bron ain't never making it, bro. And you know what? Part of it is his fault wearing the fucking team Jumpmans.
Why they don't like him, though? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why they don't like him like that?
I mean, not for nothing. That promo last week was ass. So, I mean.
It was better than Seth's promo.
I mean, you ain't hear me mention Seth's because Seth's promos always suck. Seth's
I thought Bron's was good.
Only time Seth's promos was any good was when he was beefing with CM Punk. Anything after that, his shit's is just straight dog shit. Damn. Seth just has fire and passion in his promos, but that motherfucker literally says the same thing every single time he steps out. Like, literally.
Can't say you're wrong. Backstage, we go to the Judgment Day clubhouse. We see the Judgment Day meeting up. Liv Morgan says Stephanie Vaquer was injured, so they didn't have to worry about her anymore. Morgan watches the show, though, and it turns out she asks Roxanne Perez why Finn Balor was in the clubhouse last week and why she didn't mention it. Perez says that she didn't mention it because she was clear to Balor when she told him to leave and not come back. Perez was loyal to the Judgment Day and the Judgment Day alone. Morgan says that she knew that, but wanted Perez to promise her that she wouldn't keep any secrets from her. Perez says she promised, and Liv says, you promise what? I promise not to keep any secrets from the Judgment Day family. And Liv says, good girl. Now we're going to focus on you and Raquel being WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Liv leaves with the boys as JD McDonagh has our opening contest, while Raquel pets Roxanne like the good pet that she is.
Bro, that shit annoyed the fuck out of me.
I was like, why is Liv so much taller than her? And then I saw she was
on fucking big ass platform, high heels. Yeah.
She's literally the same height as Roxanne.
So she didn't say anything to you because he walked right past y'all.
Exactly. She's like, I thought y'all saw him.
Like, y'all niggas, you see, walked right past y'all. There was no need for her to tell y'all anything. Y'all fucking head nodded as he fucking went into the shot. So there was no point. You saw him. Walked right past y'all. Y'all let him in the clubhouse too, dummy. So I mean in WWE reality now, you know, it the only time apparently they talk, any of them, is on Monday nights in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Like, so they don't talk on any time throughout the week. They don't talk at all. So there's no communication between the Judgment Day, all five of them, except Mondays when they're put together. So I would just been like, listen, we ain't friends, bitch. I ain't gotta tell you nothing. I'm a part of the group when I get here on Mondays, and after the rest of the week, I'm chilling.
I don't like, I don't know if I'm just like disgruntled because of everything going on within WWE, but I get really rather annoyed by how many WWE segments have the invisible camera in them. Backstage segment.
It's bro, like, come on, man. Y'all know, y'all niggas put up a black sheet and put shit in front of it, and y'all acting like there's fucking multiple alleyways. Like, bitch, like, the fuck? Like, sometimes, this is what I'm, like, and this is another part of this show that I'm like, yo, I know what this is, but it's at the same time, it's like, y'all niggas really be trying to play with my human emotional intelligence at times. Like, and it's like, sometimes my brain can't compute what you are trying to put on screen because the math of what y'all execute is just not mathing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till we get to what I'm really fucking mad about later on. But yo, holy shit. Like, and then all of us, I thought the Judgment Day had no leaders.
Yeah.
But now you're making Roxanne promise you that she's faithful. And then you son her. Yo, you sunned the Prodigy, bruh. Like I was like, yeah, that part of me, like, I was like, all right, the little fan and little wrestling, all of reality shit. I was like, oh yeah, you need to slap this bitch. Oh, you need to slap this bitch. Like, oh, I can't wait until Roxanne turns on these hoes. I can't wait until Roxanne turns on them, bro.
All right, well, let's talk about this matchup, and then we got a news break that just dropped about what we were talking about to start the show. But the opening contest was Finn Balor going one-on-one with his former tag team partner and Judgment Day stablemate, JD McDonagh. This is a rematch from the Raw after WrestleMania 42. McDonagh has Dominic Mysterio in his corner. Michael Cole wondered why McDonagh would align himself with the Judgment Day over Balor and questioned his loyalty. Corey Graves said, loyalty doesn't pay the bills. Yep, you are certainly right, Corey. McDonagh worked over Balor's leg, but when Balor mounted a comeback, he was tripped up by Dominic Mysterio. Jessica Carr wasn't watching and didn't see that. McDonagh regained control as Perez marched out to ringside as we went to a commercial break. Balor began his comeback after the break as Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez made their way at ringside as well. Balor hits a back body drop, double foot stomp, and sling blade. Balor knocked Dom off the apron, which allowed McDonagh to apply a cradle for two. McDonagh followed up with a big Spanish fly, and I think Balor took a nasty bump on this one. Nearly landed high on his head, but I think it was high on the neck and upper back area. With Carr distracted again by the rest of the Judgment Day, Dom tripped Balor off of the top rope, which led to Jessica Carr finally realizing what was happening as she tossed Dom from ringside, but not the other three members of the Judgment Day. Way to go. McDonagh goes for a moonsault, but Balor got his knees up. He applies a cradle, but only gets a 2 count. Liv Morgan gets on the apron while simultaneously tossing the bell hammer that Dom gave her before he left to Roxanne Perez. With Carr still distracted by the WWE Women's World Champion, you have Balor, who is making his comeback. He hits the shotgun drop kick. He tries to go for the coup de grace, but Perez hits him with the bell hammer as he's coming through the ropes. This leads to McDonagh taking advantage after Roxanne showed her loyalty to the gang. McDonagh hits his big ass head butt to the jaw of Finn Balor, knocking him out. 1, 2, 3. He picks up the victory in just under 12 minutes. So this got a lot more time than their last match on the Raw after WrestleMania, but it didn't necessarily make it a better matchup. It was just way too much interference from the Judgment Day. It felt like a Bloodline Rules matchup, but except this Judgment Day instead of the Bloodline. And this started the whole theme of the show, which was a lot of Judgment Day up and down this show on this night. But otherwise, decent. This was a decent match because the crowd was hot for it mostly. What did you think?
Yeah, that's literally, I was like, the crowd made this match a lot better than it actually was. Like, the crowd was actually really into this. The thing I do appreciate out of this match is the execution of the distraction, the hammer toss, and because, you know, Roxanne could have fumbled that. She could have dropped that shit. Like, it could have went bad, but that shit worked out so flawlessly. That little stupid part kind of like worked out. Like, you know, it worked to execution, and it wasn't great, but that's literally what they drew up. So they called the play, they ran the play. So match was decent. I did like, I would say, probably like the little subtle face teases that Roxanne was kind of given, that kind of like impartial, kind of distant stare. She was separate from the girls, and she was kind of like in her own world. And then they kind of, it's like you could see you could see the slow burn start to happen. So hopefully they keep it slow and they keep it steady, and they keep up that pace and they execute it right. Because it's like, we know what's coming. It's just, can y'all do this right?
See if they can. Seems like Dion bringing up a good point. He says, I think what Raw and SmackDown are missing right now are the intertwining of storylines. Why couldn't Bayley and Lyra come out to even the odds and help Finn? They need to build to that. They always building.
Mm-hmm.
Just never.
Oh my God. There was one thing that they built. It's like, yeah, I thought, this show was aggravating, by the way. Just this show was really aggravating, but continue.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, we did get a promo interview with Dirty Dom and Finn Balor. JD McDonagh during one of the commercial breaks, where they asked McDonagh for his reaction on getting the win over Finn. He says that he proved that he is better than his former tag team partner. They asked Dom about the dissension within the Judgment Day and what we saw earlier in the night. And Dom says that there's no such thing. It's a happy family within the Judgment Day. And he got booed heavy, like 2023 Dominic Mysterio in this segment here. But I mentioned at the top of the show, we did talk a lot about the New Day, but there's more news coming out about the New Day and the talent pay cuts. Fightful Select just released a report, so this is breaking news here. WWE made tons of cuts and releases and financial cutbacks in the last few weeks, reports Sean Rossap of Fightful Select. Fightful was told that WWE was tasked with shedding millions in payroll over the last month or so, and cuts were made in order to make that a reality. This was met with heavy criticism within the industry, as the pay packages for TKO executives were revealed at the same time as record high stocks. Most of the people within the industry that Fightful spoke to know that the releases are a reality of WWE's plans moving forward. But beyond that, asking talent to take a pay cut of 7 figures per year in many cases was heavily criticized and scoffed at. The Fightful spoke to some within the talent and agent world who said that this round of cuts and pay cuts will likely cause heavy changes in how talent negotiate contracts with TKO and WWE moving forward. noting that there is very little confidence that the life-changing big money deals that a lot of wrestlers sign will see through the life of the deals. Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp was told that a number of wrestlers in recent years were approached during overseas dates about new deals, some way earlier than they anticipated being offered new deals. Some there saw this as an approach to get talent to sign before their reps could take a look at things, but that was more of an opinion than anything. However, the day of the mass releases, WWE approached numerous talent and asked them to take pay cuts in order to remain with the company. Several of them that they heard about were given 2 days to make that decision. Holy shit. You put them on a timer too. New Day's Austin Creed and Kofi Kingston pretty quickly made the decision that they would rather leave the company than take the pay cut. Despite the pay cut offered, the duo still left millions of dollars on the table on the next 4 years. In a similar situation, when Killer Cross was given his contract offer last year, he claimed that he was given only 1 day to decide. That is true. Fightful have heard nothing to the rumors that Xavier Woods could return as a digital-only deal, so as that would prevent him from working for AEW, effectively cost him millions of dollars over the next few years. As one would expect, a ton of names are pushing internally in All Elite Wrestling for the New Day to be hired. That led to another point of frustration among talent. New Day, Santos Escobar, and others had just signed new deals with WWE in the last year, with some of them not even engaging All Elite Wrestling or other companies. Now, with WWE cutting them and their pay, it effectively reduces their leverage. A number of reps noted that it wasn't even smart from a competitive standpoint, because you would think that WWE would want AEW to have to spend more money for talent. No specific names were provided to Fightful regarding who accepted pay cuts, but the percentages shifted across a variety of what has been reported. For those asking why it was easy to find out that the New Day were offered pay cuts compared to who actually took them, WWE moving them to the alumni section made it a whole lot easier to learn those stories. They are told that a number of longtime veterans were asked, and including some healing up from injuries. One WWE source had been referenced by another outlet as saying that they were disgusted that WWE didn't publicly acknowledge New Day for their contributions. A WWE source said that they did communicate that glowingly privately, but that a joint statement was expected to be issued announcing the departure, and they have no clue why that didn't end up being the case. Gross. Fucking gross. Fucking gross.
I mean, that's y'all shield, right? It's y'all shield, right? You. It's just basically, it's like your big beautiful bill. It's your big beautiful WWE, and whatever they do is the law. Whatever they do is what's right, right? You know, love that. I would love to hear anyone that receives an ultimatum to you get 2 days to decide, hey, I'm going to cut your salary in half, or we're going to let you go. I would love that. And you understand that most of this happened right at the start of the month. So this was like May 1st, April 30th. You know, right when the rent's due and all the bills are due, you got about 2 days to decide if I'm going to take half your pay away from you. Yeah, you know, it's just what we do, man. We fuck up your life at the opportune times and just say it's your fault that you didn't decide to stay on this road or stay on this, on this high horse that we're on right now. It's asking multiple people and shedding that much money after making all of these profits. So basically 9 call-ups equates to having to cut 30 people.
And Brian Alvarez, a Wrestling Observer, said that there's still probably more releases that haven't been announced yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be more coming. Like it's a little evident that there's going to be more to come. Like this shit just, when these cats, like when people like this are just this obsessed with seeing a positive on their fucking revenue or their fucking financials, when if that shit goes below 0.001, if they take any type of loss and it's not even a consistent loss, if they take like if they have a down year, like every place has like a down year or down 2 years, down 3 years, and then they come right back up and they are right back up there in the upper echelon of the financial gains. But no, if we have a bad 6 months, we got to really evaluate our entire situation and our entire structure and make sure every single one of these talents is worth it after a few bad months. Dude, like it's fucking wild, dude. It's fucking wild.
It's
So like, you know, the NBA,
it's fucking gross.
When the NBA was in a shitter for like about 5 to 8 years, and their numbers were down, their ratings were down, their fucking NBA finals numbers, they weren't selling out all of their fucking arenas. Do you think that they went and asked all of the players to take pay cuts? Do you think they went and released half of the NBA players?
But this is why you need a union, because the NBA has a union. They have a players union, which makes a collective bargaining agreement.
Exactly. And you know, just a little sidebar, you know, you see the way New Day handled this whole situation, and they weren't the first ones to break the news, Selena Vega. They weren't the first ones to break it, you know, because those cats are mature and they understand that there is an Adam Schefter or a Shams for wrestling, which happens to be Sean Ross Sapp.
I do appreciate Jaylen Brown doing his best Selena Vega impersonation, though.
At least he shows that he's a wrestling fan.
Going on Twitch making a fool of themselves.
Like, dude. Like, but then you're gonna clip on and fucking and say fuck you to literally somebody that had nothing to do with what happened to you.
Nothing.
All I did was just tell the people, because it's literally my public job. I'm in the public eye. I get paid for this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, you know, when the New England Patriots came to terms and released Tom Brady out of his contract, because, you know, I'm pretty sure Tom Brady was so mad at Adam Schefter, he called him personally or went online and said, fuck you, Adam Schefter, for breaking that fucking news. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady did that. I'm pretty sure he did that.
And they definitely have. Chuck Berry's absolutely right. They've really gutted their tag team division. Their tag team division was already not in good shape, and they gutted it ridiculously. YS6 gone. Motor City Machine Guns gone. New Day gone.
Yeah, but it's just
you had the Gorillas of Destiny, and now that's gone too, because you only got Tama now.
Yeah, and that the WWE is like, yeah, you want to touch our flag? Yeah, you want to hold on to our flag real quick? Actually, the flag is on the moon. Go fucking get it. We don't care about you, motherfucker. I don't care about y'all. Care about us. But we're supposed to sit here and justify what the fuck these people doing, and like, bro, like, one, they can't cancel me. They can't fucking do anything to me or SP or anyone in the chat. So, you know what? Our First Amendment right. Yes, that thing called freedom of speech. Yeah, that thing still applies, you know. It still works, you know. Just saying, fucking dorks.
Thank you for the super chat donation. Our main man, Will Chisholm's back in the chat. Thank you so much, Will, for the support. He says, did Evil agent this matchup? Talking about JD McDonagh and Finn Balor. It felt like it. Felt like Evil was aging this match. The main event of Duntaku yesterday with all the interference in that matchup, except those two guys went out there and put on a banger regardless of the interference. This just wasn't it with Finn and JD. But not the last time we would see the Judgment Day on the show. Like I said before, it wasn't the last time we would see Seth Rollins after the opening segment because he was backstage with Jackie Redmond. After this, she found Rollins backstage and asked if he would be okay for Backlash. Rollins says that the show was in 5 days, so he would be fine. He told Breakker that last week that he took chances. He better be able to finish the job, but he didn't do that because I wasn't dead yet. He walks away, and we knew right then and there we were probably seeing Seth one more time during this show.
Yo, I'm telling you what I was hoping for. I was like, damn, they fucking missed a fucking iconic clip right there. When Seth
if he would have got speared as he's walking away?
Speared into them fucking bars? Oh my God.
I thought I was the only one.
I would have popped so hard, bro. When he was limp walking and Bron Breakker just came out of the fucking shot and just speared him into that fucking wall. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was a layup moment. That was a layup moment right there. Damn. That would have been fucking epic. Oh, you ain't dead yet? And you hear all the fucking bars falling.
Oh, you're dead now. You're dead now, Seth. That would have been perfect. It would have been so perfect. And I agree with Old Nutty here. The company that fired you confirmed to the dirt sheets that they fired you, but you get mad at the dirt sheets because your company fired you.
Yeah, it's actually that right there. That is exactly how she felt. Like not. It was SRS that took the food off her table. He's the one that took the food off her table.
And it's not even like they just fired like just you. That's one thing. They fired you and your husband.
And your husband.
And your husband.
They said your niggas can go together.
Crazy. Fired your whole household in one call, and you up here defending them. Jay saying people wonder why Nate Diaz didn't fight after Conor. UFC gave him a pay cut, and he said, fuck that. This honestly feels like UFC post-McGregor era of depressing for WWE.
Yeah, they're not in a good place right now, man. And it's like, yo, Roman being around, it feels like good, but now it's like at the expense of CM Punk not being around. It's at the expense of Drew McIntyre not being around. It's at the expense of Randy Orton not being around. It's like for some reason, like they just can't have everybody together. It's like what the fuck? You have call-ups up, all you motherfuckers gotta take time off. And then when Drew McIntyre comes back, they probably gonna be like, since you've been away for about 2 months now, I think we need to reevaluate your contract. Oh, WWE logic is so amazing. It's so amazing that we can think so stupidly, and it actually fits the bill.
It actually makes sense with what they're actually doing right now. Then we get another ad break segment. We get El Grande Americano and Los Americanos were interviewed during the commercials. El Grande said the original doesn't know what he signed up for because he doesn't actually speak Spanish. In Mexico, El Grande might not be allowed to touch him, but here in America, he can do whatever he wants. Talking about their 6-man tag team matchup later on in the show.
Yo,
I think we say this every week. This shit does not work in the US.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to this bullshit. Yeah, I love King Greg's comment. He said, Selena's Alistair with you. Pass him the phone right quick.
Pass him the phone real quick.
Yo,
No. He'll let you know. He'll let you know what we said. Don't worry.
Just let me talk to him real quick.
Just let me talk to him real quick. We don't want to pay extra money to call y'all back.
We'll just clip y'all both.
Clip y'all both on one call. One call, one shot, one deal. We can save on the service charge and everything. This is lit. This is lit out here. Oh, man,
oh shit, yes. We don't even need to keep his number. We can just delete that shit right now. He's already right there.
Or can you put on the speaker?
Put it on
speakerphone?
Mind you, they probably had like a little family dinner or family lunch. And then gets fired. It gets clipped in front of the fucking family and shit. Oh God.
So bad.
But this is the shit. This is the shit that people support though. People support. People are like, they're doing what they need to do. Mind you, they probably fucking got fired while they were literally with family. While they were literally just given on a given day off.
Yeah.
Like this chick, obviously don't got the nicest things, but this chick really got fired 3 hours before SmackDown.
Yep. She got told not to come to SmackDown because you're fired. She
got fired on the day that she was getting ready to go to work. I need anybody that is in this dumb WWE bubble to think about that for a second. Like, you wake up, say, if you got to work at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or whatever the case, and you wake up at 8, 7 o'clock, you want to, you do your little morning exercise or you get your stretching in. And then right before you go into the shower, your job calls you and tells you, you know what, you don't need to come in today or any other day throughout the week because we're letting you go.
Like, we don't need your services today.
Like, we'll be fine without you. You can stay home and you can stay home every day.
From here on out. But I have 4 more years on my deal. No, we don't care.
We'll send you a nice severance check.
Yeah,
we'll send you
they don't send you a severance check. That's
we'll send you a severance check and it'll be in pending for like 3 years.
It's in what is it called? Cargo. It's in Bordargo. Like all that shit.
Yeah, we'll send you the check. You'll have your name on it, but it just won't be signed by the WWE.
It might bounce. The mission is backstage. You got Bron Breakker and Austin Theory imitating Seth Rollins by holding their nose and suggesting that Rollins sounded like a duck. I didn't mind Breakker's impersonation, but this was just really freaking stupid with Theory. Theory killed it. They always know how to kill a joke. Paul Heyman then entered and says, "What is it? What are y'all laughing about?" He said, "Is Seth Rollins dead?" And he's like, "He is not." No, he said, "Is Seth Rollins still walking?" And he's like, "Yes, he is." And he was like, "Oh, so you didn't get the job done." He then asks, he was like, "Well, you know who's not going to be standing," says Logan Paul. "It's going to be Joe Hendry. Hendry wouldn't be breathing when I get my hands on him." Paul desperately wanted his hands. Paul desperately wanted a matchup against Hendry to put him in the hospital permanently, but Heyman said no. Heyman didn't want Paul to end up in jail after what Bron Breakker did earlier in the show. Instead, Hendry would wrestle Theory later tonight. They always know how to bury Bron Breakker. Like it's very subtle, but it's like all these subtle things add up to me.
Oh, that wasn't subtle at all. Like, he literally became like the 4th most important person in the segment as soon as Paul Heyman entered the room. And then the conversation went completely shifted on something that wasn't him. And then they said his name and he did not appear. Like, how the fuck does he not appear? Like, he could have at least been like in the background and you could have at least like seen him peeking inside. Like, say his name and he appears. Stick to the gimmick, you dorks. Said his name like fucking 3-4 times during that fucking little promo and nothing happened. God, yo, it's like this is easy shit. They even did this shit in NXT.
Yeah, they did multiple
his
backstage
name, he
segments.
popped up somewhere.
Yeah. And yes, they do get paid during their 90-day non-compete clause. That's the last bit of pay that they get during the 90 days. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. Slap on the ass.
Have a good future.
Best of luck.
Enjoy
Best of luck on your future.
Pal.
Yeah. Best of luck on your future endeavors, pal.
Yo, what would be worse? Getting fired by like Michael Hayes or getting fired by fucking John Laurinaitis or getting fired by Triple H over the phone? Like, which voice would annoy you more?
Both? I don't know. That's a trick question. That's a trick question. I can push back on this.
Hey, Sydney, this is John Laurinaitis calling you from Talent Relations.
We got Well-Rounded Leo. I see a new name in the chat. He says, I'm sorry, the pro wrestling business is not loyal and never has been. It's not just WWE. AEW is not loyal either. Let Tony start losing money and see how many of his wrestlers getting released. Tony Khan been losing money since he started this promotion, to be fair. And even if he's been losing money since the start of the promotion over the last 7 years, 96% of the people that signed deals, it went through the whole duration of the deal.
And the problem
96.
the problem with this is they're not losing money. They're just not hitting TKO projections.
Exactly.
Like
you're saying this like WWE is losing money. It's just TKO lost a whole bunch of money making a merger between WWE and UFC. What are we even talking about here? We can say a lot of bad things about Tony Khan. You cannot say that he has been releasing people because he hasn't. You could say the hypothetical of, if he starts losing money, he'll start releasing people, but he hasn't. So let's talk about what's actually happened.
Dog. Like, that's what I'm telling. Like, there's a big part of just not thinking. Like, WWE is not, the amount of money they made off of these PLEs and these meet and greets and these fucking WWE World and all of this fucking partnerships and fucking collaborate, they're not losing money. They're just not making what TKO wants them to make. There's a difference. They're red to TKO's projections. They're not red in reality.
Yeah.
TKO is like, y'all niggas need to make like, y'all need to sell like $4 to $6 million per gate. Y'all need to have like 4 to 8 million per gate. Like these numbers that they want are just not reality. They're not reality numbers. That's why the ticket prices are getting jacked. That's why the meet and greets are getting jacked. That's why everything is getting jacked up, because they're trying to hit their projection. This is not an actual projection. This is the money that their greedy asses want.
And it's a thing, like, I can see a version of this where you're trying to make a point about the overall wrestling business, which fair game to you for that. But doing the whataboutism and talking about a hypothetical situation with AEW that has not happened in the 7 years that they've been around, you are taking some of the blame off of WWE for what they actually have fucking did. Don't do that. That's not the right way to look at this whole situation. Yes, the wrestling business is unloyal, but by trying to make a whataboutism and a hypothetical situation with AEW, you are taking some of the heat and some of the blame off of WWE, whether you realize it or not, or whether it's intentional or not.
Oh, so I mean, just because this has been their ongoing trend for X amount of time, supposed to just be okay with it no matter what.
Okay.
No matter...
At least he's admitting that he's trying to defend WWE. He says, but I'm not shocked wrestlers get released. I'm sorry, the wrestlers who got released are not important. Okay, you're one of those guys. Cool.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
you know, At least you're honest. At least you're honest about it that you're trying to defend WWE. That's fair. I don't understand that, but teach your own.
Yeah, they were all those people that got released. They were all terrible. They were all terrible. They were all horrible people. They were all trash as performers and trash as people. You know, you're absolutely correct. They all deserved it. Like, what are we even doing here?
I try to always kind of look at things from the devil's advocate.
Posting this rage baiting shit.
No. He said, "I'm sorry. I meant to. I'm not defending."
That's a big word.
You are. But you are.
Big word to not have.
You exposed yourself, bro.
That's a big word to not use.
You didn't mean to expose your face, but you did while you're robbing the bank. You did. I'm not. I meant I'm not. I'm not, guys. I'm
not robbing the bank. I'm just a drug dealer.
Anyway, we got up next tag team action. Penta and Je'Von Evans versus Rusev and Ethan Page. Early in the matchup, you get Evans who wipes out Rusev with a dive before Penta gave Page a Penta driver for a near fall. A Rusev distraction allowed the heels to take control over Penta during the break. We get Penta who does a springboard move to knock Rusev off the apron, but collapsed and struggled to make the tag despite doing a springboard just seconds earlier, which did make a lot of sense. The extra time allowed Rusev to knock Evans off the apron. We get Evans, who did wind up getting the hot tag, and he starts running wild. He hits Page with a jawbreaker and a German suplex before wiping out Rusev with a dive again. Evans then hits a springboard clothesline to Page. Page fought back briefly, but Evans nails him with the red dot kick. Penta tagged in and hit a tornado DDT, but Rusev broke up the cover. Evans hits Rusev with a dive for the third time, and then Rusev wound up on the announce table. The crowd loudly was cheering for Evans as he went to the top rope, but then Page cut him off, shoving him down. You get Penta who knocked Page outside, but Penta went for a dive off the apron, and Page yanked the apron skirt to trip him. Page then distracted the referee while Rusev slammed Penta onto the announce table. He then puts him in the ring where Page, who repeatedly kept trying to go for the twisted grin throughout the matchup, but he got countered twice. So he decides to pull out a whole different finisher at the end, and he hits a fisherman's buster for the 1-2-3 to pin the Intercontinental Champion and continue his undefeated streak on the main roster. Post-match, Rusev was happy they won, and he celebrated with Page in the ring, and this is the first time that I've seen Rusev smile since his return to WWE. This was a good matchup. I enjoyed this, and I enjoyed the whole story with Ethan Page being stopped of hitting his finisher throughout, so he had to bust out a whole new finisher, and he pins the Intercontinental Champion to presumably earn a shot at the title. Later on in the show, we see Ethan Page, who got all dressed up so he can have a celebration promo during one of the ad breaks where he bragged about his undefeated streak and says that he's on his way to becoming Intercontinental Champion. What did you think about this tag team matchup here?
This actually was a pretty fun match. I actually it wasn't like great, but it wasn't bad. Like they had some pretty solid chemistry in here. And my God, I can't believe I'm saying, like, I kind of like halfway enjoyed a match with Rusev in it. Like this match was not bad, but obviously the stars of this match was fucking Je'Von, Penta, and Ethan Page. Ethan Page actually got Rusev to smile, which was great. It was groundbreaking, almost like a fucking groundswell of popularity just happened to Rusev in 30 seconds. Nah, it wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. Rusev has probably got the shock of the year because he actually got a win on Monday Night Raw. It wasn't him that scored the pinfall, but he actually got a win on Monday Night Raw, which is actually fucking earth-shattering news for him. Yeah. So like, yeah. So great day for that bum to be involved in this group of people. As long as Ethan Page gets to shine, then I'm cool. As long as Ethan Page just doesn't become a perpetual loser, being on the side of Rusev, I'm gonna have to live with it until Ethan Page starts to get into contention for Penta's IC championship.
No, I think he is. I think this is kind of the last couple of weeks is setting up a 4-way matchup between these guys, which I would say that I would have Ethan Page win that. And that'll be a good way to have him pin somebody else to win the championship so you can continue with the Penta and Ethan Page rivalry.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool if Ethan Page is always just involved. Hey, and if this helps Rusev in any way, sure. Let's see what happens. He's still an ultimate bum. But hey, if there's if there's some potential to make him tolerable, I'll take it.
I agree. Alan Banky, who says Rusev is happy to be teaming with his former AEW friend. This is an AEW ass rivalry. It's Ja'Von and the AEW guys.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Now that's the H-man. Like, I'm gonna show Tony how to use this talent.
Yep.
Completely with Rusev, but sure.
Hey. They're getting by. He's in Intercontinental title contention. Then we had Sol Ruca. We see her walking backstage before the commercial break, where we see Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree talking once again in the background. Triple H telling his stories in the background of stuff again. Then we get Adam Pearce in the ring to introduce the newest star to the Monday Night Raw roster. He sends us to a video package with Sol showing her exploits from NXT. Pearce introduces her, putting her over as a big moment for an NXT call-up as he brings her out to the ring. And Sol has new music, not as good as her original one. But that is the WWE way. We know she's called up now. Ruca comes out. Pearce hands her a contract, and instead of signing it, she says that it is going to feel so damn good when I sign this and officially be part of the Monday Night Raw roster. A bit of an odd thing to say when you're just about to sign it and you're about to be interrupted, because out comes the women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch enters and she says that she gets in Pearce's face, and she says that while ignoring Ruca, who's right there in the ring, and she says that this was meant to be her time in the ring. She had a monumental WrestleMania win and had to fight Io Janetti last week. And now I was supposed to celebrate my win, and she won the matchup despite Pearce's meddling last week, and she had no help whatsoever. She did it on her own, and she says she is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. And it's not just her saying it. Other people are saying it. Sports Illustrated is saying it. When Sol cuts her off, Ruca told Lynch that not everything was about her. Lynch thought that was funny because everything is about me. Sol says that she knew all about Becky's accomplishments, but didn't realize she was exactly what people said she was. A rude, big-headed bitch. She smiles after saying this. Lynch asks Ruca, "Who are you?" Ruca says that I'm Sol Ruca, and if you ever interrupt me again, not only will I kick your ass, I'll snatch your soul. That got a big prop from the crowd in attendance. Lynch goes to punch the newest member of the Raw roster, but instead nails one on the Raw general manager, Adam Pearce. I was like, it's about damn time. Politicking Pearce.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Lynch should get the cheap shot on the Raw general manager. Pearce screamed at Becky before leaving the ring, saying, "I need to get a drink." Lynch had her hands over her head, and she couldn't believe what she just did. And because she wasn't paying attention, it allowed Soul some time to come over and hit the Soul Snatcher. Even got to slip on the ropes and still was able to hit it in time for Becky Lynch to get nailed. She took her extra time to hit the move. It did hurt the pop that she would have gotten if she would have just hit it smoothly, unfortunately. But she does blow a kiss to the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, and the crowd really was into all of this. I think that the slip is the only kind of nitpick that I can make, but Sol Ruca versus Becky Lynch, that's the rivalry I wanted. I said this from the start. I was like, before Sol even got called up, I was like, Sol being the one to dethrone Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Finally, Becky is going to hopefully put someone over, and it can lead to them going on a successful run. Unlike the whole Lyra Valkyria didn't really have the follow-up. Now they have another chance to do that, where she puts over Soul, puts her on a different level, makes her the Women's Intercontinental Champion, and she can go on a run on it, unlike whatever that was with Maxine Dupree.
I don't remember the last one that you just mentioned.
You blocked it from your mind?
Yeah. The only thing I remember from Maxine Dupree is that she's really, really pretty. That's about it. Other than that, I don't remember anything else. I kind of dug this. It felt a little different, which was good. A little freshness. Oh, I love Adam Pearce getting punched in his face. Oh, I fucking love that. The cameraman did no justice to this slip, bruh. Like he was right in front of this shit. Like they didn't cut, they didn't back cut, they just let the botch happen live in full effect on 4K. The big close-up camera. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, y'all did her dirty. Like, every performer fucking has a slip or something. Like, this happens to everybody. So I'm not tripping over the fucking slip. I'm tripping over the fucking camera work. Like, god damn, y'all caught that shit in 8K. like, jeez. Like, damn, bro. Like, y'all niggas tripping.
No favors. No favors overall, whatsoever.
Yes, this is gonna be a banger match. This is gonna be a banger little feud here. Like I can't wait to see these two go at it, because Sol Ruca is gonna be the perfect person for Becky to mesh with. They're gonna have some really good matches, because it's gonna be more than one.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have a little rivalry over the next couple of months. You can already see that being made. But yeah, I thought it was a good segment overall. Soul's showing more confidence on the mic as well, because that's never been her strong suit. On the mic, her strong suit is what she can do in the ring. Like I said during the matchup with Liv Morgan a couple of weeks ago, she has very much of this like Rob Van Dam kind of in the personality, as far as being the cool kind of surfer chick. Like Rob Van Dam, when he first started, he was the cool surfer dude, getting high and everything. She don't have that part, but she has the innovation in the ring that Rob Van Dam has. So I want to see more of her in the ring. Hopefully they have some people she can work with to build her up before Becky Lynch, because I don't want them to just go, okay, your first match in, you're facing the women's world champion non-title match and you lose, and then your next match you're going after the Intercontinental Championship against Becky. I think that's too fast. You need to have her get a couple of wins on Raw to build her up for a match with Becky.
Yeah, and I think the slight difference with just personality, I think Sol Ruca's got a good voice. Like, so like she's as long as she starts to like project herself with confidence, like she's gonna be just fine. Like I think she's gonna be a star. Like I think this girl is gonna be really, really fucking good. Like and if she starts to continue to slowly break that shell, like that voice is there. Like, the one that is kind of like when you heard like Lyra Valkyria start to talk, you're kind of like, but there's like a certain aura there with Sol Ruca where it when she gets it, it's gonna feel a lot better.
Yeah. And little do people know, Sol Ruca, also sister. We appreciate you, sis.
Oh yeah.
Mixed race. We appreciate the mixed race sisters as well. But yes, you get Alan Banky, who says Sol is still hurting from that table spot, which is why she slipped off the ropes like that. I wouldn't be surprised how her head hit that table. That shit was wicked. That shit was fucking wicked. So hopefully,
and that was a high fall too.
Yeah. Then we get Jackie Redmond backstage with the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. They comment on tonight's contract signing with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu. Jimmy says that they loved Jacob, but he needed to understand how Roman handled business. Jay wasn't worried about how this would affect their relationship with Fatu. Jay warned him that now he's swimming in the deep waters. The line has been drawn, and Fatu would find out who he was messing with at Backlash. They're just here to make sure that everything goes smoothly, and that if the OTC needs them, they are here for him. And good luck, little cousin, at Backlash. They were not there for Roman Reigns, spoiler alert. And things did go wrong. Way to go, Jimmy and Jay. We never saw them again, actually, after this.
No, that was it. They were done for the night. They were done for the night
off. That's nice. They got the rest of the night off.
Wow, the rest of the night off while there.
Yeah, good stuff.
Which makes
Joe Hendry.
Total pre-recorded segment, by the way.
Yeah, probably. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is here, and he has a mic in the ring, and he has his guitar. So he sings us a little song during the ad break, where he once again says, Paul, will you fire Logan Paul? Paul, will you fire Logan
Paul?
He actually made a music video, by the way.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, you saw it?
The video was great. Oh, the video was great. Oh, I absolutely saw it. Yes. Wonderful.
Good stuff.
So, probably got to put that on my playlist.
This, of course, brings out the World Tag Team Champions Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Paul is very upset, and he marches out and says that TKO couldn't fire him because that would be bad for business. He's unfireable. Now, that is not a good thing to say after what just happened. I'm just saying, like, I was willing to be all right with the whole, fire Logan Paul right after you actually fired people. But when Logan Paul is saying that TKO won't fire him, and he is absolutely correct, they won't fire him, I don't like that too much. That made me feel a little icky. But yes, then Joe Hendry one-on-one with Austin Theory. Luckily for us, this didn't last long. Theory got to take control early on thanks to a Paul distraction. Hendry makes his comeback. He does a fall-away slam and then turns around and does his pose, but this leads to Logan Paul coming into the ring and attacking him from behind. Paul and Theory beat down on the former NXT champion until Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, come down to make the save. However, right when they're about to do their Doomsday Device blockbuster combination, you have Bron Breakker, who breaks this up, and he lays out both members of the Street Profits with suplexes. He measures Dawkins for a huge spear when Seth Rollins appears out of nowhere. He fires up and goes after Braun after the attack earlier in the show. He starts to set up Braun for a curb stomp, but when he does, Ford sprints across. He looks like he's going towards Seth, but he's really about to do a dive over the ring post onto everyone out on the floor. Great spot by Montez, laying out everybody on the floor. But that distraction was enough for Braun to recover as he hits yet another spear on Seth Rollins and lays him out yet again. Braun is totally losing on Saturday. That was my
Yep. Yep. I saw that. I was like, damn, bro, the YN's about to take an L. He about to take an L. To the old Y Levit. To the old Y Levit Seth Rollins so he can get on Good Morning to Football and talk about his bum-ass Bears and then come back to Monday Night Raw and then feud with Roman Reigns because it's what they want at Saudi. It's what they want at Saudi. They don't want the YN. They want the visionary. They want the revolutionary. They want Seth freaking Rollins, baby. They don't want no YNs over there. So we ain't getting them. That means we ain't getting them for Night of Champions. We ain't getting him for SummerSlam. We ain't getting him for Money in the Bank because he ain't winning that. Because, you know, Money in the Bank is going to probably be, you know, since it's after SummerSlam. You know, I was hoping Braun would win Money in the Bank, but can't go on a losing streak and then win Money in the Bank, you know? You know. Listen, Annika, I know my Titans ain't shit, but I know your Bears ain't shit either. So that's fine. we both in a struggle right now. Neither one of us ain't shit. That's fine. We in the no shit club.
I love that. We got Rachel with a question. Good to see you, Rachel, in the chat. She says, hi, guys. Off topic. Do you ever see Seth Rollins ever getting a major push like 2025? I feel like 2025 was his last-ditch effort to become the face of WWE. He beat Roman, Punk, and Cody in 1 year. Insane. Only to get injured and almost miss WrestleMania. Yeah, I don't see him ever getting that big of a push again. It would kind of be company malpractice if they did after last year.
They do malpractice like every season.
Exactly, that is true.
So, oh my God, the Bears made the playoffs for 1 season, and it's like, oh my God, they're hot now. Yo, dude, stop it. Stop it. These niggas were perennial losers for how many fucking years? And they make 1 fucking big game, and it's like, oh, almost. They almost made it. I love that. I can't wait till we almost make the playoffs this year. It's gonna be such a feel-good story that we almost did something. The fuck are we talking about? It's literally fucking verbatim for losers. We ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. We all ain't shit. That's it. What the fuck are we talking about?
I love JJ. JJ goes all one today. I love it.
And then this you see, no, I'm coming. No, we haven't won the Super Bowl ever, but the Bears didn't win the Super Bowl while you were living. You haven't been alive to see one. So cut that shit out. That ring got dust, maggots, dirt, the fucking materials are fucking 45 years old. Talking about, oh, the 85 Bears, the 85 Bears. You weren't born.
Yo, JJ. This man is out here trying to ruin dreams.
I'm to see something that I wasn't alive to experience. No, that means you ain't got a ring either. Because they got a ring with the old fans, not your ass.
Not your ass.
No pleasure yet. It's been 40 years of misery. Just like how it's been a full existence of misery for my Titans. But at least I can be bold enough to say it.
I love when JJ's on one.
Some shit stuff. I wasn't. Yo, bro, if I'm not alive for something, I'm not going to be like, oh, my team won the championship in 1972. Like, nigga, I ain't see it.
love JJ. You know what? But all right. We get later on in the show a frustrated Seth Rollins told a referee that he didn't need his help. Rollins bumps into the Street Profits and Joe Hendry. Rollins sarcastically thanked Ford for getting him speared again. Ford said nobody trusted Rollins after everything he did with the Vision. Rollins says that he didn't even trust himself sometimes, but they were in the same fight against the Vision. He was like, what are you going to tell me? He was like, I don't even know who you are, talking to Joe Hendry. Way to put over the new star, Seth. Then he says, these fights needed us to come together. Rollins told Ford to stay out of his way, and Rollins would stay out of his.
Yeah, the visionary doesn't know who the fuck he's talking to.
Just crapped all over poor Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry was minding his business.
Joe Hendry had nothing to do with any of this.
He was minding his damn
business.
Joe
Hendry was the only one that actually had business out there. He was the only one in that shot that was actually involved in a match. But you're going to shit on him. Like, that was in his business.
Yo, he just got buried. I was like, what
the fuck? Oh my god. Yo. First the chat trying to get me riled up, and now you got a bunch of niggas that wasn't even involved in this shit is burying Joe Hendry.
Poor Joe Hendry. Jackie Redmond interviews the Judgment Day backstage. Morgan wanted them to have all the gold and said Rodriguez and Perez would win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. This leads to Raquel calling out Brie Bella and Paige and invited them to their show, Monday Night Raw. This brought in Bayley and Lyra Valkyria to interrupt. Bayley says that she saw them use the hammer earlier and told Judgment Day that she and Valkyria wouldn't be that easy to get rid of. Morgan and the Judgment Day basically brushed them off like they were absolutely nothing. Basically how Seth brushed off Joe Hendry.
Yo, why is just people getting played during these last couple little tidbits right here? Like, they just treated Pam and Lyra like they were just straight nobodies.
Yep.
Like, damn, bruh. Hey. At least we got to see a whole bunch of people on the screen that look good.
This is true. This is true. Nice sight. Then we get our boy. Boom, 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 boom,
boom,
boom, boom,
boom,
boom, boom,
boom,
boom, boom,
boom,
boom, boom,
boom,
boom, boom,
boom,
boom, boom.
Ooh.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oba, 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 Oba. Coming to kill some bugs.
Oba Femi is here for his first Oba Femi Open Challenge, which is accepted by the music of Alpha Academy. Out comes Akira Tozawa to seemingly answer the call, entering with Otis and Maxine Dupree. Tozawa hypes himself up. He rips off his shirt, and a trained professional wrestler realizes what he signed up for, and he cowers away like he's in fear as Otis decides, you know what? I got this for you, little buddy. And he takes his place. It leads to Oba Femi one-on-one with Otis in our first Open Challenge. Femi and Otis trade shoulder tackles, but neither man went down or even budged. They traded tackles again before Oba hits an freaking awesome running uppercut, knocking the wind out of Otis.
That shit look like Street Fighter, bro.
He then picks up Otis like he's a light heavyweight and tosses him across the ring, and he hypes himself up.
Oh my god.
Oba realizes that he can't do the fall from grace like he does to everybody else because of Otis's size. So he shows his brains. He hoists Otis up onto the middle rope. He uses it for leverage as he gets underneath him and he lifts him up, walks with him towards the middle of the ring, and he hits him with the fall from grace. 1, 2, 3. Oba Femi picks up the victory here in impressive fashion. This was 1 minute, 48 seconds, and it may best be the best match on this entire show because this was absolutely perfect. The crowd ate this up. My only nitpick for all of this whole open challenge, if we're going to get people of the quality of Otis and Akira Tozawa, is a step down from beating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. That's my only nitpick. But this in itself was awesome.
I loved every second of this. I'm probably on the opposite end of this, but if we get to see showcases of Oba for a little while to keep him busy, I'm for it. Because we know what's coming. We know what's coming. Like we
don't know what's coming. I'm
gonna feel like I know what's coming. I'm gonna feel like he's gonna win King of the Ring. When he wins King of the Ring, that's gonna be his calling card to then step his game up and call out the big dog, call out the tribal chief, call out the head of the table. But until then, we get to not only see him do shit like this, we get to strut, we get to we get to have the interaction, and I'm cool with that because ain't none of these motherfuckers during this whole open challenge is gonna threat him, and hopefully just like one of these matches is gonna be like hopefully one of these matches could be like a Sheamus or something that you can get like an actual like banger out of it. But dude, this was fucking the WWE version of perfect. Like the fact that I you know how I always shit on Akira Tozawa. I always shit on him. But this was so like I love this bit here from him. Like he just looked, he's like, yeah,
you know what?
Yeah, I'm not fighting this guy. And then it was just like a perfect. I love how they. It was like I had a feeling it was gonna be Otis the whole time, but just seeing how they kind of like led onto it and how it looked like Akira just walked to the front line, and he looked like he was actually gonna do it, and then that fucking hot start, like Jesus Christ, like. That was meaty men slapping meat, bruh. Like, bruh.
Special.
Bruh. Those fucking shoulder tackles, them shits are fucking 2 bus collisions. Those were bus collisions. Like, neither motherfucker moved. Like, them shits were so well done. Yo, my God, that motherfucking uppercut, dude. That was a thing of motherfucking beauty. It was just like, it was so fucking well. And the fucking toss, like just to see him toss Otis like that, like dude, like Otis was like 4 to 6 feet in the air, bro. Like madness. Yeah. And then he's like, nope, I'm not throwing my back out trying to do a fall from grace from the like y'all. I'm strong, but I ain't stupid. And it was so well done. This was great. This was great. And the fucking crowd ate this up.
This is when I was realizing, I was like, no, this crowd is actually really good tonight.
Yeah, like holy shit. But this was worth the pops. This was worth the reactions. Because this was good. Like, this was a damn good 2 minutes.
Next up, we get some hype for Backlash as Adam Pearce has sat down IYO SKY and Asuka to talk to one another in a pre-tape promo. We get Sky and Asuka talking about their differences. IYO told Asuka that she's avoided this fight for years. Asuka was her mentor. She looked up to her and loved her. Despite everything that Asuka has done, she still has an ultimate amount of respect for her senpai. She is everything that she says she was. She is her senpai, her mentor. She never wanted this fight or for it to come to this, but Asuka has changed. The Asuka that she looked up to was no longer here. So now Sky had to fight her. Asuka says that Sky was being disrespectful. Asuka wondered who Sky was anymore and called Io her biggest disappointment. Asuka was done with Io and would cut her out of her life for good. Io says that she is ready for Asuka. Asuka didn't like that, and she told her they basically told each other to get close as they were going to do one final stare down, and I already knew what was going to happen. As Asuka spits the poison mist in Io's face, Paige scrambled into the room to check on Io, who screamed like she had just been poisoned by the Empress of Tomorrow. This was well done, but they have totally changed the story. Completely between the vignette last week and everything they said here. It's like Kairi Sane never existed.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like this promo at all. I didn't like this promo at all. I'm gonna be that one. I didn't like this at all.
It's fair.
Like,
I don't blame you.
So I'm supposed to buy this shit? That this is all about just you two?
Yep.
Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Just get to the match. Just get to the match so I can see a good match. Call it a day. But anything leading up to this shit, nah, I'm good.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. She said Asuka just looking at Io was just so good. Yeah, yeah, that's why I can't even argue with you. It's like, yeah, it's kind of lame that they're doing this. Jackie Redmond interviewed the original El Grande Americano and Los Americanos Hermanos, who were all booed when shown on camera, despite being the baby faces here. Original Americano said that he sought out their help because they took after his friend, Chad Gable, who he says is still injured, by the way. So he said he's going to teach Los Americanos a lesson after they have been trying to beat him up in Mexico. This leads to the 6-man tag with the original Grande, Bruto, Credo, and Julio Credo.
SP, this nigga's mask says American made.
Meanwhile, you got El Grande Americano, Bravo, and Ryu. After a break, we get a big brawl to start off the matchup, and everybody starts trading moves. You get the Creed brothers who took El Grande and Ryu, while Gable took Bravo in the ring. We got some physical interactions between El Grande and original El Grande, but no one was reacting to any of this. It made me kind of sad compared to the reaction that they get whenever they touch each other in Mexico. After the Credos take out the real El Grande and Ryu, we get Gable who hits the flying headbutt on Bravo in the ring for the 1-2-3. Even the announcers were having trouble keeping up with the new names for everybody. This was a fucking mess. But the crowd actually got into it by the end, and they were doing Gable's pose by the end of it. So great crowd.
They got into the match and they were cheering the original.
Yeah.
And they were cheering the Credos.
Yep. This was a mess, but the crowd got into it.
The crowd actually made this match way better than it needed to be. Even though they were cheering for the wrong people, it's fine. Even though they're
cheering for the people that WWE wants them to cheer for, because WWE is assistant on the original El Grande because he's American, being cheered by the Americans.
No, because they try to, what they try to do on commentary? They try to actually sell the real El Grande embracing the culture. The fans love him over there. Like, they try to sell him as he's being cherished by other people, while then the original is here kind of a heel promo to start, but then switches into babyface hot tag mode mid-match.
Yep.
And then the crowd is confused.
This felt like a TV. This felt like a TV version of Cody versus Randy.
Like it's like yo, the fans said, "Fuck it, we gonna cheer for someone." Because we don't know what the fuck we don't know what the fuck is going on here. Like, the real was getting his ass beat the whole match like he was a face. But then the original's the one that got the hot tag as a face. Does it sound confusing yet?
Yes, very. Very much so. At this point, they talked about Backlash. The first hour of Backlash is going to be on ESPN2. They announced that Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker will be the opener on ESPN2, while Trick Williams and Sami Zayn will also be a part of that first hour on ESPN2. And then they also announced John Cena. He went from "you can't see me" to "we can't get rid of him." John Cena will be on WWE Backlash for history-making news. Any predictions?
I thought we wasn't going to see this nigga no more.
Yeah, the whole gimmick of the retirement tour is you can never see him again. But we have seen him a whole lot in the last 3 weeks.
He said his dates were done.
Yep.
Like, this is as Hulk Hogan as shit as I fucking ever seen. Like the last time is forever tour? Like, is this what we doing? Like, we gonna get an entrance every PLE now? And what's he gonna do? Talk about the WWE club? The shit to take more money from you?
Yep. That's a paid subscription service to give WWE more access than ever before. History making.
To recoup the money they've never lost? Whoever that motherfucker was in the chat, he's definitely joining Club WWE with his allowance.
No. He has already stated he hates WWE, AEW, and TNA. He thinks they're all terrible.
So why are you even on this channel? like why even be here? Like, that's 3 things that you hate. But you're watching us?
You could have showed up yesterday when we were talking about New Japan. Do you have a problem with New Japan too?
Like, nigga, do you know that we can see you? Dummy?
You don't have to call him a dummy. Jesus.
Dummy, yeah. I never in my life have viewed and attended 3 things that I hate.
I see streams all the time about stuff I hate. I don't click on it.
What's that? Dummy. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yo, dog. Yo, what is? Oh my god. Yo.
Yeah. Texas right. John Cena signed an ambassador's contract, so he's going to be scheduled for multiple appearances across major shows. They got to add more star power, and he's got to do his dates.
So we get to see John Cena in a suit every PLE now. Great, love that.
There you go. Finally, we had the closing segment. Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu signing the contract for their WWE Backlash main event. Pearce hosted the contract signing between Reigns and Fatu. Reigns entered first to a huge reaction from Omaha, Nebraska. I was like, man, Roman went to Omaha, Nebraska, and he came early. Pearce wanted both Fatu and Roman to sign the contract, but Reigns first wanted Omaha to acknowledge him, and they did. Reigns told Fatu that the fans' reaction wasn't just love, but the sound of respect. That respect wasn't just from hanging out, While Fatu was grinding for 12 years, Roman was in WWE for over 12 years. Reigns held the door open for Solo Sikoa. And so if Solo brought Fatu in, then Reigns was really responsible for Fatu coming in. And he would be damned if there was not respect to be had for him. There had to be respect, a code, an honor system among their family. There had to be a code of conduct. Fatu disrespected him with the Tongan death grip, something that you only pull out in desperate times. Like when you were at the bar at 3 a.m. surrounded 8-1. You don't do that to your own. You don't do that to your tribal chief. Fatu scoffed at hearing tribal chief.
We got it all wrong.
You got it all twisted. Fatu admitted he was desperate. It did feel like it was him against the world, back against the wall. He was like, when I say it's all gas, no brakes with it, that means that I'm against everybody. He had no other choice but to take out Reigns, to take the title and take everything that came with it. Fatu was ready to put a chokehold on the game and squeeze every dollar out of it, the same way this company did to their family for decades. It meant no slowing down, no going back to where he came from. Fatu was desperate, and he would do anything for his own household, even if that meant going through his own blood. Reigns scoffed at that remark. He signed the contract before continuing. Reigns said that Fatu was worried about his household, but Reigns grinded here for over a decade for multiple households. Fatu worried about his 7 kids, but Roman worried about 170 kids that filled his family. Fatu worried about his kids' education. Reigns worried about a higher education for all of them. Reigns reiterated what he said a long time ago. This was all his. This was his ring. They were the same blood in their family, but in this ring, Fatu was beneath him. Fatu lost it as he tried to give the death grip to Roman. Roman fought back, but Fatu went for the hold again. But Reigns countered it yet again. He went for the Superman punch, but Fatu got him in the Tongan death grip one more time. Reigns no longer had any counters. He held on to Pearce for leverage as Pearce desperately tried to pull Fatu off of him, but Fatu instead slams Roman into the contract table. The table went into business for itself, and the legs just broke under it. Fatu then signs the contract.
Leg, right? Legs
yes,
only the leg
to the side. Fatu signed the contract with Roman still selling the Tongan death grip. A portion of the crowd started chanting Fatu as Roman was struggling to breathe as Jacob stood over him to close the show. Back-to-back weeks, Fatu gets the better of Roman with the Tongan death grip. Ain't no way in hell Fatu is winning this matchup. But really good promo by him. I love the desperation. I love that they're bringing him back to his roots. This is the Jacob Fatu that I fell in love with in MLW. This is the Jacob Fatu I fell in love with on the independent scene. That grittiness, that hustle, that everything he talks about being desperate. We're seeing that in this rivalry, and we're getting back to the roots of the Jacob Fatu character that works and feels like a main event star. However, I will say I'm a big fan of Roman Reigns, but Roman gaslighting one of his family has gotten a bit repetitive. And this rivalry mainly is because it's a 3-week build to Backlash. It doesn't feel as hot as this rivalry initially felt when Jacob Fatu first came to WWE 2 years ago. And for that, I'm a little disappointed, but I like the work here. I like the promo and I like the segment. What did you think?
Oh, I mean, I thought this was done well. I thought this was done really good. So now all I could hear in my head when I'm just thinking about this Jacob exchange with Roman, at Backlash, at Backlash, at Backlash. And Jacob, I'm on like if I'm just going off of words, I'm on Jacob's side, dog. Jacob is desperate. Jacob has never achieved this level of greatness in this company or anywhere he's been. He's never been able to be the man and carry the banner of the brand on his back to get the stuff that comes with it. He's never been able to touch that. And the fact that Roman is rubbing this shit in his face, that he's going to be feeding 170 kids. He's got to look over all of these families. He's the head of the table. Like, dude, you're just making it worse. Like, dog, Jacob is only trying to do what he needs to do for his family, which is the most important, is your own, to get better, to be more elevated. Like, until I get to your level, I don't give a fuck about the other 170 kids. Like he is desperate. So when you talk about, when you only pull us out when you go to a bar, no, nigga, there's more versions of being desperate than getting jumped. Like, there's more versions of being desperate than you feeling like, oh, I got to do this on, dude. Like, he's trying to do something for the first time in his life, is to be the man somewhere. Yeah, you got to bring it. And you are the head of the table. You are the tribal chief. You are the 7-time world champion. Jacob is the no-time world champion.
This is true.
Yeah, he's desperate, motherfucker. Like, yeah, you're seeing the world from two different spectrums. Jacob is at the bottom that you're fucking looking and telling him that he's at the bottom. And he's looking up at, yo, I could take that. So, yeah, Jacob has gotten on that gritty shit. And what I love, this is probably the first Jacob shirt that I really like, because at the bottom of his shirt, it says from EBT to WWE.
Oh, shit. That's nice.
Yeah. So the bottom, the bottom two things, there's two lines on the bottom of his shirt, from EBT to WWE. He's dope. Desperate. So I love the fucking connection of all of that, from where he's come from and what he's been through and where he's trying to be. And you just hear Glosson fucking telling fucking cities and towns
gaslighting.
And countries.
He's still gaslighting. I won't front. I enjoyed the gaslighting because the fans just don't give a fuck and they're still cheering him.
No. But Roman's gonna get cheered as he should. Because it's a case of both of them being right. Because they're both right. Like, Roman is trying to feed an empire. He's trying to keep the family tradition going. He's trying to grow generations of wealth. He's trying to be the head of all of this growth for the family for the future. Jacob is like, not dog. I'm just trying to feed mine. Like, I'm trying to get to where you are, but right now I ain't there, and I need to get a start. I need a launching pad to mine, and my launching pad is
you.
What you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. So Roman's not wrong, but I was like, neither is Jacob. But if I got to pick a side and be like, which side do you kind of, what side
resonate with? It's Jacob.
Resonates with, yeah. If it resonates with me more, Jacob's side resonates with me more. Because it's like, dog, there's a fucking real grind and a real struggle to get to where Roman is at. But when you're where Roman is at, Roman is trying to build a better and bigger future. So it's like, I liked it. It was well done. What I did not like, I will tell you what I didn't like. And this is shit that pissed me off in this promo here, in this whole exchange. There's no way in this fucking planet, and this is where me and the fandom has to kind of like just accept it. There's no way that I'm gonna be punching somebody in the face 10 to 15 to 20 times, and he ignored all of those punches to put a chokehold on me. Like that nigga Roman climbed the turnbuckle and hit that nigga with a 10-piece combo. And after the 10-piece combo, he put me in a fucking death grip. Like, dog, am I that much of a bitch that you didn't feel any of those fucking 10 hits?
He's got a hard head. He's Samoan.
Like,
he's Samoan. That makes sense to me.
Let me punch any nigga in the face 10 times. I promise you that nigga is not going to just respond and be non-Samoan. Then you know what?
Samoans got historically hard heads.
Then punch him in the nuts 10 times. The fuck? Like what are we doing? Like, what are we talking about?
My bigger issue, like I said, overall, I don't think this feud is as hot as it could be, or even as hot as it was initially when they were doing the stare downs 2 years ago. But also from like a kayfabe standard, where the fuck were the Usos? They said they were here just in case shit got went out of order. It did go out of order, and y'all were nowhere to be found.
Way out of order. It went way out of order. Like, and the Usos were nowhere to be found.
Nowhere.
And it's like, you know what? After what the Usos saw Jacob do to the MFTs before they got fired.
True. He was like, he got them fired. He got them fired.
He was like, nah, I ain't trying to get fired either, bro. I ain't trying to look like no bitch and get fired as well. That nigga fucked up the whole MFTs, and then they got their pink slips the next day.
Half of them gone.
Like gone. Literally,
one got put through a table, the other got an ass to the face with a chair around his neck, and they gone.
It depends, crackheads.
This shit. This is true. She's true.
Listen,
she's speaking real shit.
If you get into a fist fight with a crackhead, you need to reevaluate your own life.
Also true.
Because I am not fighting no crackhead. That is one thing I will fucking turn the other way, because I already know these fucking crackheads are impervious to pain.
All right, we've made it to the end of another edition of Monday Night Raw. Appreciate y'all for joining us live. You guys have been awesome in the live chat. We appreciate y'all. If you're watching us on demand, if you haven't already, drop the thumbs up, share this video, subscribe if you are new. We are here every Tuesday with Rated Raw Review talking about Monday Night Raw. But it's time to give our ratings on the show. Let us know your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP, your moment of the night. Whether you gave your show a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, and out of 10, what did you give last night's episode of Monday Night Raw? For me and Top Guy JJ, for the May 4th, 2026 edition of WWE Raw on Netflix in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs in the middle from both of us. Out of 10, I'm going 6.5 out of 10.
That's exactly where I'm at. Because the good was really good. Like, the good was really good, but there was you know what? I think, like, because I was going back and forth between 6.5 and 7, and the only reason I would go 7 is because of that crowd. That crowd was fucking amazing. So, like, the crowd really helped, like, elevate the show to be better than what they actually produced. So, like, the crowd was amazing. We got the Oba Femi moment. You know what? And then I'm going to go 7. I'm going to go thumbs up. I'm going to go thumbs up and go right to the 7, because, I mean, we did get the Joe Hendry concert. We got the follow-up to the Joe Hendry bit. That Montez Ford spot was fucking sick. Like, that Montez Ford spot. I agree. Maybe it's me that I grade go home shows on a different level. Nothing that happened on this show made me more excited to see the show on Saturday. So it just felt like it was kind of a lifeless show that didn't have any hot angles to build up the show coming up. So, I mean, that's why I give thumbs in the middle. Backlash is going to be a lifeless PLE.
Yeah. So
you know every fucking match result before the fucking shit happens.
Yeah.
Like, this is that Backlash. The problem with Backlash, other than I believe it was the Backlash where Stone Cold beat The Rock for the I think
two years ago, Backlash was great with AJ Styles in France. The one in Puerto Rico, but the year before that.
That's the one
that
I'm
was
thinking.
great
Yeah,
as well.
the
Like
Puerto Rico one.
they have been like 2 out of the last 3 years. Backlash has been one of the best shows of the year. So you could do that and you can hype it up, but they chose not to. They chose to be safe on this episode. So I'm not going to reward them with a thumbs up because of that.
I'm rewarding it because of what Oba did to Otis, bro.
Fair enough. Who was your MVP for the show?
I gotta think about this.
My MVP was Oba Femi for tossing Otis and dominating.
I'm gonna go Jacob Fatu.
That's fair.
Jacob Fatu because I think Jacob Fatu went toe to toe with Roman on the mic. He gave a really compelling response to what Roman said, because what Roman said was fucking powerful. Like Roman said some strong shit, but Jacob responded very strongly and fucking put him through the legs of a table.
Through the legs, for sure. I will go with Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns contract signing for the moment of the night.
Oh, my moment of the night is fucking Oba tossing Otis.
So we went reverse there.
Oh my
LVP for the show, who you going with?
LVP of the show is the Usos.
Okay.
Where the fuck were y'all?
LVP for the show, I will give it to the Vision. Even Bron Breakker. I'm sorry, Bron Breakker. I just walked out of the show like Bron Breakker's so gonna lose on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a good honorable mention too. The cameraman for fucking up that Soul Snatcher spot for sure.
Yeah. And then match of the night, I'm going with Penta and Je'Von versus Ethan and Rusev.
I'm going Oba and Otis.
Fair enough. All right, we've made it to the end of
that again. That's probably never happening again.
We've made it to the end of another edition of Rated Raw Review. Thank you so much, guys, for giving your thoughts in the live chat throughout. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on the WWE TKO pay cuts, as well as everything with the New Day. Had a great show today and appreciate y'all for that. And of course, appreciate my good brother, Top Guy JJ. Let the people know where they can follow you on social media and when they will see you again.
On Instagram, you can find me at TrueHair_Top Guy JJ, and on the YouTube channel. I will be back here next Tuesday for Rated Raw Review. Yes, I just had to remember that in my schedule. Yeah, I'll be back for Tuesday. I do know there is a Tuesday that I will not be here. It will be Tuesday, May 26th. I will not be here for that episode for Rated Raw Review. So, yeah. Romeo, you got 3 weeks in advance to make sure that your ass don't attend no shows the night before. So you got 3 weeks in advance to know that you don't leave my brother hanging again. So yeah. And for True Hill Heat, I will be on the May 23rd episode.
There you go. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. $3 a month to get you exclusive content. The best way to support us when we are not live here. If you like our talk about Backlash, join us on Friday, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time with our WWE Backlash Tampa preview. Myself and Maggie will be here to break down the card. Check out the True Hill Heat flagship podcast where we talked all about the New Day leaving WWE. And if you want to just see that part of the podcast, you can check out our THH cuts dropping tomorrow with our live reaction to the New Day shocking WWE departure. We also have it on the shorts as well if you want to check it out. Also dropping here on the channel tomorrow is our exclusive interview for True Heels BTR Between the Ropes with Alex Kane, talking all about what happened with his MLW exit, Bomaye, and everything else going on in his career. Check it out tomorrow right here on the channel. I will be back live tomorrow on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time with our Daredevil Born Again Season 2 finale, Episode 8 review. Myself and Corey will be with you live, so check that out and subscribe over there where I got 900 subscribers. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers on our second channel. So go over and check out all the great content we got over there, including my review of Euphoria Season 3, Episodes 1 through 3. I'll be back with more reviews of that, as well as The Boys. But join us live tomorrow for Daredevil Born Again Season 2 finale review. For Top Guy JJ, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been Rated Raw Review number 118. Here comes the soul. We are signing off until next time.
Have Backlash!